welcome to GLIAC Media Day 2011. I'm J.J. Bain with a preview of the 2011 Michigan Tech Huskies. I'm joined by head coach Tom Curley. Tom, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, J.J.
And your team picked second in the North Division, and I'm sure that's a tribute to your strong finish 8-2 a year ago.
Well, I'm sure that it is. You know, a lot of times in this league, you're picked where you finished last year, and until you prove yourself either up or down, that's usually where you're picked. And we finished right behind Grand Valley, so I imagine that's the reason.
And you're going to have to replace, I don't know how many thousand yards of offense because Steve Short and Phil Milbrath have both moved on from your program.
Well, that's true. Phil was an All-American for us a year ago, and Steve was the I think only four-time captain on our team. We tried to get the NCAA to give Steve a seventh year, but it just didn't happen. So yeah, we don't lose an awful lot of players, to be honest with you, but those two are going to be very, very hard to replace.
And I know Akeem Kason comes back for you at running back, so you do have someone with some game experience.
Yeah, Akeem has been a two-year player for us. I think he started about 6 ball games 2 years ago for us. Last year played a lot, was an all-league player as far as a return specialist. I think he led the league, or was very close to it in kickoff return, and had 2 or 3 of them that went for scores. And he's an explosive threat, and every time he gets the ball, he's got a chance to to go to the house.
And offense, you don't often talk about tight end necessarily, but yours is one that uses the tight end, and you've got a good one coming back.
Sure. Brian LaChapelle was an all-league first-team player for us. He led us, I think, in yards per catch. Has been a 2-year starter. Does a lot of things very, very well. He's very much a guy that you can go to in third down situations. I think we went to him an awful lot. In crucial situations, he made an awful lot of plays.
And also Michigan Tech, one of the strengths of your program over the years has been the offensive line.
Well, we have always tried to run the football. I mean, that's been kind of a thought process up there where we live, usually dictated by weather. But this year we'll have 4 young people that are back that have starting experience for us. Both tackles, Ryan Glazier and Matt Goddard, and then the guards, David Kozak and Chris Mullen, all have started for us. So that gives us, I think, a nucleus to start from.
And then on the defensive side of the football, it starts up front, but you've got a lot of experience coming back.
Well, I would think probably maybe the strongest part of our football team might be our defensive line. I mean, that's Todd Storm and Drew Vanderlyn, our ends, were both first-team all-conference players last year. Todd was chosen as the defensive lineman of the year in the league, and and Drew had those type of numbers also. And then we also have Justin Blake, who was hurt early in the year and got a red shirt, and he's coming back, and he was an all-league player for us 2 years ago. And then Jake Klingelhutz will also be a returning starter for us. So it gives us 4, we think, pretty dominant defensive linemen to start with.
So it starts up front, but you've got a lot of experience returning at linebacker and secondary as well.
Well, we do. I do feel that we should be a very good defensive football team. We've got what amounts to 10 starters back from a team that I think was second in total offense and first in scoring, or total defense and first in scoring defense last year. Our linebackers, we played a 3-way rotation last year with Mike Rittenauer, who was graduated, but then we will return Justin Armstrong and Ian Coughlin to those spots. And then in the secondary, both of our corners, Kenny Steiger and Quinn Parnell, both return, and the interior triangle with Ben Folker and Jesse Vandenberg and Chet White. So all 5 of our starters actually return, and they're all seniors. And then Aaron Allen at the corner and Tommy Tollison give us 2 more seniors back there. So I think we're very veteran in the secondary.
I would have to think, too, as a coach, when you look at a successful season a year ago and then so many guys that are returning, you've got to feel pretty good about, what you've got at least going into the season.
Well, we feel very good defensively. I think we should be a good defensive football team. We've got some people back offensively that can make plays. I think it'll take a while to get a young quarterback ready. We've got some people in our program right now that we feel good about, but it's hard to just throw someone at that spot and get the experience, where Steve has played for so many years for us and been our starter.
And what can we expect from the Huskies on special teams?
Well, we were in the Big Four, both the covers and both the returns, kicks and punts. we were top 3 or 4 in the league in all 4 of those. And most of our coverage people return, and our returners return. You know, Kaysen was a kick returner, and Alec Alzenheimer, and then we have Aaron Allen and Ethan Shaver. Both have done returns for the last couple years, so we should be okay there. You know, we feel good. We lost our punter and our kicker. You know, it was a 4-year kicker, and Tyler Catalino that has graduated. We did recruit some young people, but I do think it is someone that's going to be relatively young and inexperienced. We'll probably have to do our pick punting and kicking.
Well, Coach Curley, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck to you and the Huskies in 2011.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And we thank you for joining us, and we hope you have enjoyed this 2011 GLIAC preview of the Michigan Tech Huskies.